How y'all doing? I hope y'all having a blessed day. Say hey, baby. Say hey. I guess you want to say hey. This is my labor and delivery story. And I've been saying I'm going to record it, but here it is. So, let's give you just a brief summary about the pregnancy. I had an awesome pregnancy. I mean, it was wonderful. I have no complications. I had no morning sickness. It was awesome. So, about towards the end, I started getting these aches and cramps, and the Braxton Hicks contractions, all that. And once you get towards the end, you start to get miserable anyway. You just ready for the baby to come out. So, one particular morning, me and Cleavon was in the bed, and he had turned over, and I had turned over behind him. So, as soon as I get ready to, roll my big old body over, I feel a gush just come out. So, I'm like, oh my God, I hate him. I'm like, oh my God, I think my water broke. I stand up, and it's just stuff dripping out of me. He like, oh my God, yes, now, my y'all. After I told him that, he was in full panic mode. He was grabbing everything. He's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to get. So I'm like, you need to calm down. And mind you, I'm nervous. This is my first baby. I don't know what to expect, how much pain I'm about to be in. I'm nervous. So I'm going in the bathroom. I was literally about to get in the shower, but my mom told me I couldn't. So I took a quick wash up, just freshen up. And we headed our way to the emergency room. So we got there. I told them my water broke. That's why I'm here. Blah, blah, blah. They put me in the little triage room. And then they like, okay, well, we're going to check the fluid that's coming out of you to make sure that it's really your water. So they go ahead and swab and all that. Come back 10 minutes later. They say, that wasn't your water had broken. It wasn't your water. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, okay. So they like, well, we're going to run a few tests on you. Since you're so far along, because I was 39 weeks and 2 days, I think. So they be like, we're gonna run a test on you and the baby to make sure that everything's okay. If everything doesn't check out, then we're gonna go ahead and induce you. So I'm like, okay. So in my mind, I'm praying like, oh my God, please let them induce me. I don't want to leave this hospital without my baby out of my stomach. So they checked everything. Everything was fine except they was not seeing the baby practicing moving. I guess the diaphragm or something supposed to be moving, and they did not see him practicing breathing. So they're like, oh, okay, well, we since you're so far along, we should see him trying to breathe or practicing breathing or whatever, and they didn't. So they was like, well, we're gonna go ahead and induce you. So I'm like, yes, thank you, Jesus. And then at the same time, I'm like, oh my God, is my baby okay? But they told me that it wasn't necessarily nothing wrong with him, but they're just gonna go ahead and get him on out to be on the safe side. So I'm like, okay, but I'm thinking, oh my God, is my baby okay? Is he gonna be breathing when he come out? All of this stuff. So I had to wait so they can get me my room, my labor and delivery room. And when I was waiting, they told me I can eat before they start me on the medicine Pitocin. So I went ahead and ordered a little tray. The food was disgusting, and I was starving. So I ate a little bit of that, and then I called Cleavon because he was getting, I think some more. No, he was going to get my mama and my sisters. So I called him and told him, bring me some McDonald's. Hurry up before they start the IV. If they start the IV, I can't eat no more. So he finally made it there with my sisters and my mama, and I got my McDonald's, and I started eating it or whatever. Since I got done eating, they put the IV in. Oh my God. They had to attempt to do this 2 times. They did it in his hand first. And I'm the type of person, I have to see what you're doing so that I can be calm or whatever. So I thought, by me looking or whatever, it's going to keep me calm. No. Y'all, that mess hurts so bad. Now, I done got IVs up here all the time. That hurts, but it's not as bad as in your hand. It hurts so bad. But so she couldn't get in right there, and then it started to swell up, like my hand started to swell up or whatever. So she stopped doing that, and then she said she was gonna give me 10 minutes, let me calm down or whatever. She's gonna come back. Now, when she was doing this, when my mama was standing over her too and looking too. So my mom was making me nervous. I don't know. But she left out. She came back to me and said my mom wasn't in the room. And she did it in this hand. Now, I didn't look this time. I just turned my head, breathed, and it hurted so bad. But she got it in. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. So as soon as she got it in, they started me on Pitocin. So, you know, Pitocin, they, I think it's every 4 hours they up the dosage. If you're not contracting enough or if it's not doing enough for your body. Now, when them contractions came in, y'all, now I done had Braxton Hicks, and I thought, okay, if I can deal with this, these labor pains should be, you know, a little bit stronger, but not as much. I was wrong. So, when them contractions came in, y'all, I felt like something was just ripping me apart. Like, it hurt so bad. I don't know. It just hurt so bad. I can't even explain it. People say it's like period cramps, but 10 times worse. No, it was way worse than period cramps. I mean, way worse. I've never felt that type of pain ever in my life. And I done been through a couple surgeries. So that, I've never had that type of pain ever in my life. Ever. So, the Pitocin wasn't working. It was like, oh, sorry. I went in there, I think it was February the 1st. I think. Something like that. The 2nd or the 1st. But, yeah, so it was like hours later. Like, I think it was actually the next day. Yeah, it had to be the 1st. I went in February 1st. Because it was the next day after my Pitocin. I think it was like late that night or early that morning. Something like that. And it wasn't working. Like, I was only dilated 2 centimeters. That was it. And I think I was like 75% effaced or whatever, I think. So they was like, well, we're gonna try something else. They put this balloon thing in me. It's like 2 balloons. They slide it in. It hurt so bad when they put it in. They put it in and they fill it up with water, and it's supposed to make something spread apart and the baby slide down. I don't know what it was supposed to do, but it basically was supposed to make me dilate. And that was supposed to be in for 4 hours. I was in so much pain. It felt like that made it 1,000 times worse. Now, mind you, I'm still able to get up and walk and stuff. So I'm still getting up and going to the bathroom because I feel like I got to pee. But the whole time I'm getting up, I'm still leaking whatever I'm leaking because they said it wasn't my water. So whatever I'm leaking, whatever's coming out of me, I'm still leaking. This whole time, still leaking. Every time I move, every time I get up, I feel gushes of stuff coming out. So after the 4 hours went by, they came back. They took the balloon out, which was that was painful too. Putting it in wasn't that bad, but taking it out, oh my God. I felt like he was ripping apart my vagina. Literally, just ripping it apart. So he took it out finally. After I'm squirming on the bed, holding on to the wire, squirming, everything. He took it out and they checked me and I was 4 centimeters dilated. That was it. 4. So I'm like, oh my God. I've been here a whole day. I'm starving. I'm in pain. I was so upset at that time. So he was like, well, okay. You should go ahead and get the epidural. So I'm like, yes, finally. Thank God. Give it to me. Come on, bring him in. So before they came in, he came back in, and because my blood pressure was going up, like up. And the baby's heart rate kept going up as well. So they like, well, it looks like you're developing preeclampsia while you're in labor. So we think that you should go ahead and get a C-section. That way it's better for you and the baby. It's better for both of y'all health. So I'm like, okay, whatever. At that point, I did not care anymore. Cleavon immediately started crying. He broke down, y'all. I've never seen him break down like this ever. He broke down. He was like, I don't want you to get a C-section and all that stuff, which I understand why he was crying, because he was scared and he was nervous and all that. But at that time, y'all, I was so tired and I was just ready for the baby to come out, like so ready. So the doctor was like, we're going to go ahead and break your water before, we go ahead and tell you get the C-section before you get your epidural and all that. So he attempts to break my water. He's all up in there trying to find the bag. 3 minutes later, y'all, after he trying to find it and all that, he said, well, it looks like your water already broke. At this point, I was so pissed off because I knew my water broke. I didn't come here for nothing. So I told him that's why I came in here yesterday, because my water broke. And then they tell me that it wasn't my water. The whole time I've been leaking and everything, it was my water. The whole time. So they're like, oh, we're going to go ahead and start you on antibiotics because your water been broke for too long. I was so mad because that wasn't my fault. It was their fault. So I was like, okay, whatever. So they started me on the antibiotics. The people came in for the epidural. Now I'm so nervous. Well, it's only can be one person in there with you when you get the epidural. So Cleavon was there. And I'm so nervous. You got to sit over the bed, hold the pillow, and just sit and lean or whatever. And mind you, they still doing this while you have contractions. You got to try your hardest to be still so you won't get paralyzed, basically. So I'm still. I don't know how I did it, but I was so still, and I was so hurting at the same time. So I went ahead and, got my epidural. I thought it was going to be so painful. I watched videos. I watched labor and delivery stories, everything, vlogs, everything. I was so scared to get this epidural, but I was in so much pain. I did not care. So they went ahead, prepped your back, wipe it off, all this other stuff, put the little stuff on. And when she stuck it in, I felt nothing. Nothing, y'all. I felt nothing. Like, I didn't feel the stick. I didn't feel no pinch. I didn't feel nothing. Nothing. And she went ahead and, put the tape on you or whatever. And wait a minute, that's good. Sorry, my baby's 2 months old, so it's kind of foggy a little bit. So yeah, she went ahead and put the tape on me, and they had to stay in there for I think like 20 minutes, make sure I was okay, make sure I guess I wasn't gonna have a bad reaction to the medicine. So they did, and I was fine. And they give you this button just in case the medicine starts to wear off or whatever. You hit the button and it puts more medicine through your IV in your back. I guess it's the IV. I don't know what they call it. The little thing that's in your back. The little tube, because they leave the tube in you. They put it, the medicine goes through there, and you can feel it because it's all cold and stuff. But after that, I was fine. Like, I was feeling good. But the medicine that they had me on for the antibiotics and for the preeclampsia that I was developing, it had me really, really hot. I was so hot. So I take the cover off, burning up. My body is burning up to me. So they finally come in to take me to get the C-section. Now, I'm so drugged up. Like, I'm just like this. That's exactly how I was. Cleavon, he worried. We did a prayer and everything before they came. So they flipped me over to another bed and they rolled me on down the hallway. Cleavon right there with me the whole time. He got his little suit on, the mask. And I get in the room. Now, this is the part where I started to get nervous. Get in the room and I get on the bed. When they roll me on the bed, first of all, when they put me on the other bed, the little bed where you're going to have the surgery on, I felt like I was about to fall. Like, they was leaning me, and I didn't feel nobody grabbing me. I really felt like I was about to fall. So I'm in there screaming and stuff. And it was nothing wrong with me. So they lay you down. They ask you, can you feel this thing that they cleaning your stomach with? Because they said it's really, really cold. And I couldn't feel it. Feel nothing down there. Totally numb. And, the medicine, because I had got the epidural. Some type of medicine that they give you for the C-section is different from the epidural. It wears off faster. So, but it have your body completely numb. Numb. The epidural did too, but this felt different. But the anesthesiologist had to go in the C-section room with me because the medicine wore off fast, so they had to keep putting it in or whatever. That's why I guess I was so dumped up. So yeah, they put me on the bed, they cleaned my stomach or whatever, and they put the little sheet up so I couldn't see. And after they did all that, I guess that's when Cleavon came in. And I couldn't feel nothing. The only thing I felt was, it felt like somebody was pressing on my chest, like standing on my chest, and I could not breathe. Like, I'm like, and I'm telling the lady, the anesthesiologist, I'm like, I can't breathe. I feel like something is on my chest. So she gave me morphine. With the medicine that she already given me to numb my body, with morphine. Y'all, I was so doped up. It was sad. Like, I'm like this, just like this. When the baby came out, Cleavon immediately started crying. He like, look at him, honey, look at him. And so they go ahead and hold him up, and I see him like just a little glance, but I'm doped up, so I really can't really see him. And I didn't cry because I was so doped up. I mean, I was so drugged up. I couldn't do nothing but just lay there. So they take the baby over there, you know, all the good stuff they do to the baby. Cleavon went over there because I wanted him to go over there to make sure the baby was all right. And so I'm laying there dozing off, y'all. Like, I'm like, feel like I'm blacking out, but I'm really going to sleep. So I'm just like this. And Cleavon said it was like a flatline sound. So he kept looking at me saying, honey, keep your eyes open. Look at me. Do not close your eyes. So I guess he thought I was dying or something. I don't know. But I really wasn't. I was going to sleep. Whatever that sound was, it wasn't with me because I was just going to sleep. So I'm trying my hardest to keep my eyes open because I'm so sleepy at this point. I mean, so sleepy. Now he over there with the baby as they stitching me back up. I mean, I just feel them like pushing everything back in. It just, ugh. So he come and they tell us that he weighed 8 pounds, 6.8 ounces. And I can't remember how long he was. But he was really red and he had so much hair. He was so cute, y'all. I mean, he was adorable. But everything went good. The healing part was hard. I mean, it was hard. Now, I only stayed in the hospital for 3 days, and then I had to go home with my baby. And it was hard. Like, I could not walk. I could not get out of the bed because we didn't have a bed at this point. We were sleeping on a blow-up mattress, and it was so hard to lay down and get up out the bed. Like, literally, I really didn't want to go back to the hospital because their beds is so, you know, good for me in my position that I was in. But I ended up having to go back to the hospital for 4 extra days because I had a whole bunch of gas and air in my stomach and it made it hurt really bad, plus the pain I was already having. So I was throwing up because I could not eat because I was nauseous and I'm taking pain medicine, so I'm throwing up or whatever. So I went back to the hospital and I couldn't take my baby with me. That's when I broke down. I was crying every day because I wanted to see my baby. And all that. He can come over, but he could not be in my care by myself because I was on some strong medicine and I was like in and out of it, which I understood, but I was just so depressed at that point. Like, I just had a brand new baby and I have not even held him for 24 hours. Like, it's just awful. So after those 4 days went by, I went home. And it was wonderful. I was still sore from the C-section or whatever, but it was wonderful. Like, I loved that little boy to death. I do not know what I would do without him. We was planning to have a child for so long. We tried for so long. We've been together for 7 years. We've been trying for 3 years to have a baby. And it's been hard. And the Lord finally blessed us with one, and I'm so thankful. I love him so freaking much. He means the world to me. And as of right now, I don't want no more kids until he's in school because I feel like I can't take care of 2 kids all day, every day. Like, I feel like it'll drive me crazy. But being a mother is wonderful. I mean, it has its times, but it gets rough and it's hard. It really is. But it's all worth it in the end. Like, it's just so wonderful. So that was my labor and delivery story. If you guys have any questions, just comment down below and let me know. And yeah, so I think I covered everything. I think besides his length, I really cannot remember. I'm gonna put it down at the bottom in wording how much he actually weighed, because I think that was 8 pounds 6.8 ounces, but I gotta go check. So I'm put it down here and how long he was. But I do know he was born at 7:30 at night. February the 3rd is when I had him. I was in labor for I think 36 hours. It was a long time. I went in on the 1st, I didn't have him until the 3rd. So it wasn't a whole 48, I don't think. But I was in labor for 36 hours. It was a very long time. A lot going on. A lot of things happened. It was not a good labor at all. I had a bad labor to me. Because all the other labors I see and hear about, it was not that bad. But that's my story. Like I said, if you have any questions about it, comment down below. Tell me what else y'all want to see. Thank you. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.